Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Ryan and this is Rise for Scents. So I'm finally doing it. I'm making my first video. I've been umming and ahhing about starting this channel for about a year, I'd say, and with the push and the encouragements from some of my friends, I'm finally doing it. So I have to admit, it's a bit awkward talking to a camera for the first time, and I'm sure with time I'll get better at it. I guess I just like to start with where I started with fragrance, and that was about 2 years ago, I think. I was actually traveling at the time, and before that I'd never really put much thought into fragrance. I was actually given my first fragrance I think when I was 20, and that was Calvin Klein Truth. And you know, it's quite a nice fragrance, pretty generic, but I quite like it, and I actually use it mainly now for in the gym. Yeah. Since then, I found YouTube fragrance. And that's where my passion and hobby, the hobby of fragrance has really taken off, and I've enjoyed it ever since. The first fragrance I bought when I started looking into it and understanding it more was Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. And this is a beautiful fragrance, and I have to admit, probably one of the best fragrances for a beginner. So I was lucky that I stumbled upon it, and it is beautiful, beautiful. On that same trip, I bought 2 other fragrances, and the next one was Dior Sauvage, and that's when I was actually leaving Paris. And if only I knew how amazing Paris was at the time when it comes to fragrance, but I didn't. Yeah, so I bought Dior Sauvage. This is another great beginner fragrance, and I really like it. I didn't realize it had so much hate and love online, but yeah, I'm really glad that I bought it. I still like it today. The next fragrance that I then bought was when I arrived back in Australia, and had no idea of this brand even, and this is Bulgari Atlantic. It's quite nice. I really like it. Very similar, a bit more oceanic to Dior Sauvage, but in that same blue fragrance vein. Yeah. So since then, wow, I bought the biggest bottles for all of those because, you know, why would you need any more than that? Now with my collection, there's no way that I'll even get through those 3, let alone the rest of them. I just love and have so many beautiful fragrances now. My mind has expanded with the different types and the art. I have to admit, like, in the beginning it was just about the fragrances and wearing the fragrance. Now it's about the art of fragrance. A quick story, when it came to Spice Bomb, I was actually on... I bought it just before I hopped on the plane, and I remember spraying it on my arm to like test it. And I'm actually an asthmatic, and I remember sitting in that confined space on the plane with that, at the time, for me, it was actually quite a strong fragrance. It was literally choking me out. Like, I was struggling. I was getting asthma, and I was like, I love the smell of this, but I just need to scrub it off my arm. It was choking me out, and the person next to me didn't even seem to notice it, but I don't know, like my nose and my body just wasn't used to that kind of intensity from a fragrance. So guys, what I'm trying to achieve with this channel is taking on this journey with me. Discovering new fragrances. I'd like to do some reviews, definitely want to do some like lists and stuff, but also I'd like to go you through the process of me learning of how to create my own fragrances, which I've been started doing now. I've bought all my essential oils and got my scales and everything, and I'm really looking forward to the art of actually creating my own, and I hope I can share that with you. The other thing that I would like to touch on a little bit is that I'm becoming a PT. I've been in training the gym for about 10 years, and I have a lot of information with that I'd like to work in somehow, that I can share that and help other people, you know, to reach their fitness goals. I guess that's it. So I'd like to thank everyone for, you know, watching my first video. I hope you look forward to my content in the future. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. See you.